Take you live to Police Chief Willie McManus talking about the standoff that just ended.
It's all training, it's all experience, and everybody up there today, all the SWAT guys, the EMS personnel, they all did a great job today.
The fact that you knew he was armed, how did that affect the job that the officers were doing on the outside?
The job that they did on the outside would have been the same whether he was armed or not armed. I mean, you can't take it for granted or assume that he's not armed, and we knew he was. So, we proceeded with caution, a lot of patience, and that patience paid off a few minutes ago.
What kind of weapon was it?
It was a handgun, not certain of the caliber.
Under the circumstances, could you say that this is a happy final? I mean,
this came to the conclusion that we wanted it to come to, where he came out safe, unharmed.
Regardless, it takes an emotional toll on a police officer, the fact that they know that one of their own is in the hospital right now.
Yeah. Well, these guys are pros. That's what they do for a living, and they're good at it.
And this began with a domestic dispute. So talk a little bit about how officers approach these kinds of situations, because there are so many unknowns.
Officers know that these are the most volatile situations that they can approach. Many an officer has been hurt handling a domestic violence situation, and today we had another one.
And it does appear that he left the room of his own will?
Yes.
Is there anything else you could say about that officer? I know he's an 8-year veteran. Do a lot of people know him on the force? Just anything? Is he a San Antonio native? Just anything?
I don't know that he's a San Antonio native, but he responded to the call and was seriously injured doing it, doing his job, and again, grateful that he's going to survive.
And tell us about when shutting down the highways, shutting down the schools. I wasn't sure what kind of gun he had. Why was that so necessary? To
keep people safe. That's all it's about, is keeping people safe.
And can you reiterate, because there was so much confusion about him shooting through the door, that didn't happen.
He did shoot through the door, but the officer wasn't struck with that shot. He opened the door and fired, and that's when the officer was struck.
How about now that this is over, traffic situations, the closure?
Traffic is open now.
Okay, so all of these streets will be open shortly?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Emily Baucom, north of downtown. We just wrapped up a live press conference with Police Chief Willie McManus. The standoff has ended just as the rain comes to San Antonio. We're told that after 9 hours, the suspect in this case did leave the hotel room of his own will, and he is now in police custody. For now, reporting live north of downtown, Emily Baucom, News 4, San Antonio.
All right, just in time for rush hour traffic.
That's great news.